Special guest, Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king who at one point ruled 2/3 of the entire planet. This guy had one simple mindset shift that was all he needed to be happy. Basically, one single quote. The quote is, "Yo, how we doing? Welcome to episode 6 of Brolosophy. I am Mike Theo.
And I am Nick Theo.
And we are the Theo Bros.
And our intention with this podcast is super simple: to share practical wisdom for a happier, more fulfilling life.
Speaking of happiness, today's episode is about how miserable I am. Seriously.
So, Mike, you're miserable, huh?
No, so they say that happiness is actually 60% genetic. That's what research says, and I would have to agree, because if you look at me versus you, I would say that you were born a much, much happier person. And if you look at our parents, you can see which one was born with the happiness gene and which one was born without. And I think you got that happiness gene, and I didn't. So I've had to work.
Screwed.
Yeah, I got screwed. I've had that perfectionist, never good enough mindset where I'm never happy, basically. I'm never content with what I have. And so it sucks to live that way, and I don't want to live that way anymore. And I've been working towards living a more happy lifestyle. And this year specifically, I've had a focus that I take from this guy right here.
Our
Marcus
special
Aurelius.
guest.
Special guest, Marcus Aurelius, the ancient Stoic philosopher, the philosopher king who at one point ruled 2/3 of the entire planet. This guy who had unimaginable stress. I mean, could you imagine running that much shit? I can't even run my own life, let alone 2/3 of the planet. And this guy had the time and the awareness to create one simple mindset shift that was all he needed to be happy. And it's something that I've been really trying to adopt myself.
All right, this is a big setup.
Yeah, it comes from, it's basically one single quote that changed my life this year, and it's my new focus for the year, and it's helped me so far to be a lot happier
All right, so
in 2024.
All right. So give us the big idea. What is it, Mike?
The quote is, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive. To think, to enjoy, to breathe, to love." Now, you don't need all that fluff at the end. You could just keep it as simple as, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive. That simple idea has completely changed my life because I've really internalized it. And I've realized that happiness doesn't necessarily have to be so fucking complicated. It really doesn't. It could really be as simple as a decision to look at life as a blessing, period. You wake up in the morning, you slap your knee, and you say, "Thank God I'm alive," period.
Yeah.
No matter what I'm facing that day, no matter how stressful things might be this day, I'm not fucking dead.
Yeah.
I'm not dead. I have a life to live. My 5 senses are working. I can see, I can hear, I can love, I can feel. I'm alive. And that alone is a gift that I need to be grateful for. It's such a simple but completely life-changing mindset shift, and one that I learned from our boy Marcus here that's really had a profound impact on me this year, and one that is really my focus for happiness. I've tried to simplify this happiness goal. You know, I'm a goal-oriented guy, so I've even made happiness a goal in my life. And I've tried to simplify the focus there and the energy I spend on that to simply this one idea. Because if I can keep it that simple, then it's more likely to work for me. And it really is that simple. Just be happy to fucking be alive, man. That's it.
So it could be like, said another way, every day above ground is a good day.
That has been my focus, but you are someone who happiness comes a lot more naturally to. What takeaways do you get from this quote, or what can you share with whoever's listening right now and your secrets to happiness?
I think the quote is amazing, and to me, the quote is really all about living in a state of gratitude, right? Living in a state of gratitude with a mindset that is constantly looking for all the things that are good in your life. And I think just like anything in life, that takes practice to develop that mentality where you're constantly searching for the good around you, right? Searching for things you're grateful for rather than searching for things that are going wrong in your life, right? It's a practice. So what I did is I came up with a list of 3 practical tips to live more grateful every day. And these are habits that we can bring into our everyday lives. So number 1 is simply to say thank you more often.
Okay.
So this can be, like you said, when you wake up in the morning. One thing I do every morning, I've created a habit now, is as soon as I wake up, I actually drop down to my knees and I just say thank you. And I've created, it's a habit now, so that my alarm goes off, that's the first thing that I do. I don't even think about it anymore. And that happens right away. So as soon, like you said, when you rise in the morning, think about what a precious privilege it is to be alive. Well, what better way to do that than by saying thank you for another day above ground? Yeah. Thank you, right? Even when you're eating your food.
Thank you.
When you sit down and you have your plate of food in front of you, right? Thank you. When your other people hold the door open for you or service you at a restaurant, thank you.
This reminds me of the meme, not the meme, the video of the guy who sneezes. He goes, bless you, thank you. He thanks himself for sneezing. Is that what you do? You just thank yourself for everything?
No, I don't.
He sneezes, says bless you to himself, and then says thank you.
We got to play that.
We'll
That's
play
pretty great.
Listen, thank you that I got here, so.
All right, so the first one is super simple.
Say
thank you more often.
I like it.
Right? Number 2. Now, we just spoke about this in our keynote that we gave.
Thank you.
Play the grateful ABCs. Okay. This is bringing a level of fun to gratitude. Okay? So, what is the grateful ABCs, Mike?
It is when you say something you're grateful for in a group setting, one at a time, starting with the letter you're up to in the ABCs. So it's not something you really do alone. It's something that you can do with your family or like in any group setting. Let's say you're sitting around a campfire. I don't know.
Yeah, so my 3 examples were me and you take walks all the time.
Yeah.
We can turn those walks into gratitude walks by playing the grateful ABCs. So I'll start, I'm grateful for Amanda, my wife, and you'll go B. I'm grateful for
basketball.
Right? So what this does is oftentimes when we're asked, like, what are you grateful for? We often go back to those same things.
Shit,
my family, my friends.
Wow, that's a good point.
Right? So what the grateful ABCs does is it forces you to think about things outside your normal scope that you want to come up with.
It forces your brain to go searching as opposed to just like basically habit this. I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for the sun.
Exactly.
Like the shit that you say every day.
It forces you to think.
Yeah.
It literally forces you to think about what you're grateful for.
That's a good one. I like
right?
that.
So gratitude walks. Before bed, me and Amanda actually fall asleep some nights playing the grateful ABC. So the last thing we're thinking about.
You can't be serious.
I swear to God.
You actually, while you're laying in bed, play the grateful ABCs with your wife.
Yes.
Wow.
It's great. I'm telling you.
That is the corniest shit I've ever heard in my entire life, but good for you.
Listen, it works. And then the last thing is, like you said, on long car rides where you're like trying to kill some time, and the energy in the car isn't good.
We get it. Grateful ABCs.
And dinner parties. All right. Third and final one, go full circle here, is keep death close. Memento mori. So the examples I have for us is we're nut jobs. Our office is a block away from the cemetery, so we often take our walks through the cemetery, and that's a way to do it. Obviously, people at home might not live close to a cemetery where they can be nut jobs like that and do that. But one thing that I did think of was keeping mass cards by your desk or in your car, or pictures or artwork of people who have passed away, right? Like Martin Luther King or whoever it is that you admire that has passed away. And then the third and final one was listening to music of people who have passed. So Mac Miller, right? This is a guy that's our age and he's passed away. We like his music. But listening to his song and thinking like, Just remembering this fact that tomorrow is not promised. And this is literally proof of it, right? Keeping those reminders around us to get us to that mentality that every day above ground is a gift. Today is a gift. That is how we constantly live in a state of gratitude.
That was beautifully done. I got to say, I'm very impressed.
Thanks, man. You know what? It actually all came to me in one shot in this morning's meditation, right before we did this.
Wow. I really like it. All right. So today we don't have one call to action. We have 3. Sum them up one last time.
So we got say thank you, play the grateful ABCs, and keep death close.
Bless you. Thank you. All right. This is a nice quickie. I like the quickies.
That's it, man. Get the
All
mind right.
Get your mind right with the feel, bros. Let's go.
All right. Love you guys.
Concludes
Peace.
episode 6. See you soon. Peace.
Oh, no. We're supposed to do this.
Oh.
Peace.